Hey you guys, I'm gonna do another freaking sock thing because so God wants me to do the sock thing, okay, but I didn't do it for a while because it was getting annoying, and I didn't like my whole channel turning into a sock video thing. But I would get tired after I did the sock video and not want to make another video. But I'll try to break it up every now and then. But I'm still gonna have to do these every day because they're actually good for me. I mean, I know it. And so I might as well suck it up and do it. Although, also, I didn't. Well, okay. So I mentioned it to my physical therapist, and she was like, yeah, that's a really good idea, which I know because God's freaking smarty pants. Okay, I'll just say it. Okay, God thinks he's smart because he actually is smart. So, fine, God, I'll put socks on. Although, look, they bandaged up my foot finally. From when I cut it all up on the wall, remember? And, so that's good because it's all nice and bandaged and it's healing up really well. The one of the spots that was really cut up is no longer like it's all scabbed over, and then the other spot is working on it. It's like pretty healed. And so it's good. They're gonna come out like 3 times a week or 2 times a week, something like that. So freaking hard. Okay, that's why I stopped doing it. Because it's not fun at all, okay? It's annoying. It makes boring videos. I personally think they're boring. They're just me putting on freaking socks. Hey, I don't want to put on socks. I mean, I do. I love socks. I love knee highs. They're the best because they're handles for my legs, okay? That's why I like knee highs so much. That's one of the reasons. I also like them because I think they're cute. Okay, so but they're also handles. That's why it works so good. But it's so freaking hard to bend. Okay, that's the problem. Like, I get it. People have foot fetishes. Okay, I get it. I don't mind. You know, I don't mind if you like enjoy looking at feet. Okay, so look at my freaking feet. I don't care. But look at my legs. Whatever. I don't care. Okay, I'm crippled, but I'm not super atrophied because of my spasms. Okay, that's why I have muscle tone in my legs because they spasm all the time, and then that is why my legs haven't like totally shriveled up by now. Because I've been in a wheelchair since 2012. Before that, I used to walk, and walking is overrated, which I realized in 2012 when I broke my hip, which is probably one of the reasons why it's so hard to bend. But anyway, I finally realized that, okay, walking's overrated. I did physical therapy for a little while. I could have tried to recover after breaking my hip. I decided walking's overrated. It's not worth it, okay? I don't want to spend my life doing physical therapy. However, I need it right now, okay? And the therapist just came out today, and it wasn't the one that's going to be working with me. It was just like the girl who sets it all up. And so anyway, that's cool. The nurse came out today and wrapped my foot up again, so that was cool. And yeah, like everything is going good, except I have to make these wonderful sock videos that are helping me bend, which is a good thing, I know, but it doesn't mean I have to like it, okay? I feel like Jonah, okay? Jonah was the reluctant prophet of the Bible, who didn't want to go to Nineveh, right? That was the thing. He didn't want to go to Nineveh because the Ninevites Like, he didn't like the Ninevites. He was probably a racist. Okay, I don't know. He just didn't like them. And so he didn't want to go. And so he decided not to go. He went the opposite direction, okay? God is actually in charge of our lives. If God wants me making freaking stock videos, then I'm gonna do it, whether I want to or not, okay? Because it's good for me. It's what God wants, and He's in charge, and so I have to suck it up and do it, okay? He let me take a couple days off because He knows how annoying it is. But He wanted me to start back up again, and so I'm starting back up. Plus, the physical therapist reminded me that, hey, yeah, it's a good idea. It helps you bend all it. So fine. Okay, I'll bend. Put socks on. It's hard over this bandage because it's so fat. It's a wrap that goes all the way around my foot. So it adds like an inch on every side of my foot. And so that's what makes it so hard. Plus the fact that it still is pretty tender. Like, I bruised it up really bad when I cut it up and bruised it up. So still it's like tender when I put my hands on it to try to like move my sock over. I might have to give this up. Okay? I know you want me to, God, but this might be too much for me. I don't know if I can do it. But Jonah, I'm sure he used the same excuse. I'm sure he's like, I can't go to Nineveh. Okay, so instead he went the opposite direction. Okay, so God sent a big old storm to remind Jonah, hey, you gotta do what I want you to do, whether you want to or not. You gotta suck it up and do it. And so the biggest storm came, and the sailors figured out it was Jonah. Oh, there's like a weird looking beetle on my floor. It just walked over to my sock. I don't know if you can see it, but it's like gold. It's weird. It's probably God in a beetle. He's probably checking on me. Is that sock up yet? No, I'm just kidding. God's everywhere. He doesn't need to dress up like a beetle. Although he could. He could use any skin he wants to. Okay? So, anyway, Jonah, when the guys figured out it's his fault, then, Jonah was like, okay, throw me overboard. Which sounds kind of nice in a way, but like, save all the guys in the boat and just throw him over. But actually, Jonah figured out, hey, I know how to get out of the Nineveh thing. I can just kill myself. Okay? He was that reluctant. Okay? I'm not that reluctant to put my freaking socks on. But I still, that beetle just went walking away. He's going under my bed now. Not quite under my bed. Don't want to lie, because God doesn't like lies. He says in the 10 Commandments. Anyway, I'm trying to do my socks and talk about Jonah. Okay, so Jonah, after he got thrown overboard, thought he was being all cool, gonna get out of going to Nineveh, but instead God had whales swallow him. Because God is freaking hilarious. Okay, you don't think that God is, but he actually is. He's super full of irony, and he is freaking funny. And so he swallowed Jonah in a whale. And so poor Jonah thinks he's gonna die in the whale, and then God saves him out of the whale. He has the whale throw him up, which is another ironic twist of fate for Jonah and for the whale. And for, I don't know, God's story is super funny. It's like satire of the Bible. Okay? Jonah, read it. It's funny. So, anyway, then after the whale spits Jonah out, then Jonah finally says, okay, God, I'll go to Nineveh. He goes to Nineveh and he tells the people, hey, you're going to be wiped out soon, basically, And then he goes. He leaves. He figures that's good enough. they'll figure it out. And they do. They actually say, oh, shit, we're going to get wiped out soon. No, we're sorry, God. We believe in you now. We know that you sent us this prophet to tell us we're going to get wiped out. And so they all get saved, and Jonah, or God doesn't have to destroy them because they all become like saved and shit. And so Jonah waits outside of the city and watches because maybe they're gonna, like, I don't know, forget that they got saved. Maybe they're gonna go back to their bad habits. But no, Jonah doesn't get what he wants. They just repent and they feel bad, and God saves them. And then Jonah is out there in the heat, and he's like all gonna pass out and stuff. And then God sends him a little fig or little tree. I don't remember what kind of tree or bush or whatever it was. And Jonah's like, oh, cool, God, thanks. And then God, the writer and satirist that he is, he sends a little worm to eat the plant up. Okay, because it's kind of funny. And because Jonah was being a jerk about it anyway. He didn't even want the people to be safe, like all the people in the city. And so God sends the worm, it eats the plant. Jonah's like, what the fuck, God? And God says, hey, Jonah, you care more about a worm than about, or a plant. You care more about a plant than you do about a whole city of people that are going to go to hell. And then he just kind of leaves it. That's the end of the book. And so it's super funny. You should read it. It's like a funny thing. Okay, I can't get this over. Freaking, I got it like halfway on. But maybe I keep thinking, maybe if I get it all the way up, like I kind of don't want to pull it all the way up until I get more of the sock on there. Just because then I can, like, you know, stretch it all over. But let's try it that way. Put my foot on the other foot. Maybe get it high up enough for me to put this freaking sock. Because it may be, like, I don't think it's supposed to be too cold tomorrow. I think it's supposed to be like 70. So that's pretty nice. I probably don't need fuzzy socks. I probably don't need any socks, actually. But since I'm trying to be a good person, not be a Jonah and do what God wants me to do and do what the physical therapist thinks is a great idea too, and do what is actually good for my body. I know, because I actually would like to bend in the future. I don't want to be stiff as board. Okay, I am at risk for that, and I don't want to speed the process along by not doing these difficult things that are difficult now, but if I don't do them, they're going to be impossible. Okay, so to at least try, because I want to remain as functional as possible for as long as possible, even though I know, I don't think this is gonna happen. Okay, I know that God wants me to do. I know that this is technically an okay idea, but I don't think it's gonna happen. So, sorry, I'm gonna take it off. Giving up. Okay, this is the problem, because this area of my foot is all, like, all the padding is around it, and I think God will forgive me. I really think so. I don't think he's gonna swallow me by a whale, although I'm sure he could if he wanted to. He's gonna suck me up in a whirlwind. That's good enough. But thankfully he's gonna wait a couple years for that. is gonna give me time to change the world. That's what I'm trying to do. Okay, I know that it looks like I'm trying to just get talked on, but I'm actually trying to change the world because people need to see that God is real, that Jesus is real, that they love you, that they're cool, that they're funny, that I love you, that they love you, that life is good and it's worth it. And even if you have something really hard like a disability, it's okay. You can survive. I can survive. Even if we can't get our socks on, we can still, like, maybe not beat this thing, but we can make it through this thing. Okay, and hopefully you know Jesus and you can go see me when we get to heaven. You can check out my house that looks like a castle with the slides. I really hope that I have that because I've been telling everybody for a long time. But I might not even have it. I don't know. Bye. Come on. Every single time I'm like hitting it with the mouse too.